Once upon a time, in a fairy tale world.
One day, a lion was dozing off peacefully in the jungle. A mouse came near the lion and started jumping and playing on him. The lion was very angry to be woken up from his slumber. He kept his paw on the mouse's tail to stop him from running away. He caught the mouse and said,
"Oh, you're going to be my meal now. This is your punishment for harassing me."
The mouse begged and said, "Please, please let me go. I promise to help you when you need me." The lion laughed at this, but freed the mouse. One day, the lion got trapped in a net. He was scared. He roared loudly, but no one came to help him. Soon the mouse came to the lion's rescue and started nibbling at the net. The mouse set the lion free from the trap, and they became good friends forever. Moral of the story? No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted.
Once upon a time, a young couple lived near an enchanted garden. But no one ever set foot in the garden because it was owned by a witch. One day, the wife, who was expecting a baby, began to crave spring leaves from the witch's garden. Her husband bravely picked leaves of a plant named Rapunzel. The witch caught him. The husband said,
It's for my pregnant wife."
In return, the witch demanded to take the child. The couple was soon blessed with a little girl. The witch arrived at their door and took the baby away. She decided to name her Rapunzel. Years passed, and Rapunzel turned 13. The witch locked her in a tower with no door. The witch would climb the tower using Rapunzel's long hair. One day, a prince saw Rapunzel sitting at the window. He was instantly enchanted by her. Rapunzel let down her hair, and the prince climbed up. "You must go before the witch finds you," said Rapunzel. The prince promised to help her escape with a rope ladder. When the witch returned, she sensed that a man had been there. In anger, she chopped off Rapunzel's long golden hair and locked her in a cupboard. The prince arrived again and climbed up. But the witch was holding the long hair. She tried to push him away. The prince managed to dodge the witch. She lost her balance and fell on the ground with a thud. The prince found Rapunzel in the cupboard. They climbed down the rope ladder and fled. Soon, they got married and lived happily ever after. Once there lived a merchant with 3 daughters. The 2 elder daughters were selfish and wicked. The youngest one was so sweet that he named her Beauty. Once the merchant had to go away for work.
What gifts do you want?
He asked. The eldest demanded a pearl necklace. The second wanted diamonds. Beauty asked for a red rose. While returning, the merchant had gifts for his 2 elder daughters, but he couldn't find the perfect rose for Beauty. Suddenly, he stumbled upon an enchanting castle and went inside. There was no one in the castle. Strangely, a royal feast was laid out at the dining table. He was very hungry, so he ate the food. He went upstairs and went to bed. Next morning, the merchant saw some beautiful red roses in the garden of the castle.
Wow! I must take one of these roses for Beauty,
he said. A scary beast appeared and demanded to know why he was stealing his rose. The merchant replied that it was for his daughter, Beauty.
Then you must send Beauty to live with me,
the beast replied. On reaching home, the merchant's voice trembled as he told Beauty everything. I must go, Father, Beauty said. Bravely, Beauty went to the castle. The beast always treated her with kindness and respect. Soon, she became fond of him. After some days, Beauty started missing her father badly. Beast let her go home. Beauty promised to return soon. Her father was delighted to see her. Her sisters claimed to be happy, but they were furious to see her return. Beauty loved her family's company. One night, she dreamed of the beast lying on the floor in poor health. She went to the castle immediately. She found the beast in the exact same condition.
Why didn't you come back soon?
Gasped the beast. She sobbed. He asked her to marry him. She agreed immediately. Instantly, the beast turned into a handsome prince.
Oh, Beauty, thank you. A wicked magician turned me into a beast. The spell would only end if a beautiful girl were to promise to marry me,
he said. Soon they were married. The merchant was very happy with the marriage. They lived happily ever after. Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful girl named Cinderella. She lived with her mean stepmother and her 2 cruel stepsisters. One day, the stepsisters received an invitation for a ball at the royal palace. What a shame maids aren't invited too, jeered the stepsisters. As soon as her stepsisters left, Cinderella cried her heart out. She wanted to go to the ball. Suddenly, she heard a voice from the back. I'm your fairy godmother. I will fulfill your wish. The fairy godmother magically transformed Cinderella and her friends. She told Cinderella to return before midnight. As soon as the handsome prince saw Cinderella, he was instantly enchanted. They both danced together. The clock struck 12, and Cinderella immediately ran out of the palace. She panicked and lost a glass slipper in the palace. The puzzled prince chased after her, but only found the slipper. The love-struck prince went from house to house, making every girl try on the slipper. Soon, he reached the stepsister's house. They snatched the slipper from him and tried it on their feet in vain. Then, the prince asked Cinderella to try on the slipper. Her dainty foot was a perfect fit. The prince gasped in delight. The prince took Cinderella back to his palace. They got married and lived happily ever after.
A very thirsty fox was wandering in the jungle looking for water. He spotted a bunch of grapes hanging from a vine curled up on a tree. The fox got really happy. He thought,
This is just the thing I need to quench my thirst.
He jumped, but he couldn't reach the grapes. The grapes were too high up for him. He tried with all his strength to jump higher and higher, but he couldn't reach them. The fox finally gave up and said,
The grapes are probably sour anyway.
and he walked away. Moral of the story? It's easy to despise what you cannot get.